DOGE.
The DOGE.
The DOGE. This is, I think, the thing that I'm most excited about. We talk about this. We have talked about it on our show before you joined me, Chad. But since Mock and I started Chicks on the Right, the economy, the fact that the government like basically steals money from me on a daily basis, that is what just enrages me the most. I think as a rule following, tax paying American citizen, I get so irritated, especially in April every year. But I just get so irritated that they just take money from me and they continue to set it on fire. And there's no accountability. I mean, It gets worse and worse and worse, right? And you get taxed for everything. And it gets worse. And like I look back, and I say I look back, but I tell my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter, because she just learned about American history and she has learned, and I try to teach her a little bit about it. But I'm like, we fought a revolution over a 2% T-tax, Yeah. And look at us now. Just look at us. And so DOGE, I'm very excited about because I feel like they're actually finally, after I've been doing this Chicks on the Right thing for 16 years, I feel like finally somebody is listening to the American people and they're going to do something to cut some of the fat. It may not cut all of it, but they're going to do something. I feel like if anybody could do this, it's Elon and Vivek.
Yeah. And I think Vivek can have a bigger role than people realize in this.
Yeah.
Elon's all over the place. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Now that he's going to buy MSNBC, maybe, which would be hilarious. Right. He's got so many irons in the fire. But I think Vivek is going to be the one that's really going to handle this. Did you ever see the movie Dave?
I remember it, but I did not see it.
So in the movie Dave, they told him if he can, and if you guys, it's a great movie where this guy looks like the president. The president has a heart attack because he's a scumbag during a sexual tryst, and they bring in a lookalike, and the lookalike kind of takes to being the president. And they told him if he could save some money, he could keep this program. So he calls Charles Grodin in, his friend who owns an H&R Block or something, and he's looking at the books and he goes, "Who does these books? I go to jail if I did these books."
Right.
That's what it is.
It's exactly. Yes. Oh my gosh. You're so right. You're so accurate with that. Like if it were anybody in the private sector, we would all be fired for the way that they handle our money. We would have been fired long ago. Or even if it's just like a household budget. My God, we'd all be destitute. There's no way, because there's not just this never ending supply of money coming in, which is what they rely on.
But the average person cannot print money, so they can.
Right. Exactly. So it's just, they live in a world that's not reality. And so they've never been held accountable. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm very excited about what they're going to do to hopefully, like I said, they may not balance things, but I know that what Elon has done, well, we've seen what he's done with Twitter when he came in there with the sink and he's like, you guys, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. I hope they fire some people. And if that hurts people's feelings, too bad, because I live in the world where I'm in the private sector and I've been in a lot of companies. I worked in corporate America for 25 years where if I wasn't serving a purpose, I would have been let go.
Even if you were serving a purpose at times, there was just not enough money. I've been there.
Amen, Chad. Amen.
I'm in a business in radio where over the last month, they have been cutting people who are uber successful, who bring in money, but they just can't afford it anymore. And it is crazy because, like you said, there is no accountability. So we don't have a spending problem. We have a spending on too much crap problem and no accountability. And my frustration level comes in is there are programs out there that can work. The problem is there way too many programs that don't. And when you don't hold anybody accountable going, look, we spent $1.5 billion. We've got nothing to show for it. So we should get $1.8 billion now.
Yeah. Right.
What is that? I mean, it's at what point do we say, all right, maybe this isn't working? Why do we have 4 agencies that do nearly the same thing?
Exactly. And the entitlement is a cancer. They all feel like we should get our retirements paid for by taxpayers. Why? You don't pay for my freaking retirement. That's the stuff that drives me insane. Is
the number one lobbyist group in to the American government is employee unions for the government. So the government is lobbying itself.
It's insanity. Yeah. It's insanity. Yeah. So I think we have a great clip of Jesse Waters talking about just the ridiculous waste in our government.
$1,000 went to finding out if sunfish get more aggressive when you give them gin or tequila. Over $700,000 was spent to figure out if Neil Armstrong said one small step for man or one small step for a man when he walked on the moon. And they didn't even figure it out. $120,000 to study why prisoners want to get out of jail. That's right. 120 grand for that. And 1.5 million went to encourage people in New York to play more video games. But Democrats have decided this is the hill they're going to die on.
It doesn't seem like.
I mean, I can tell you right now, they're going to get more aggressive with tequila. You don't even need, you know, you don't even need a study.
Why again is this, like, at what point in time? I've never been to a bar where it's like, oh my God, there's a freaking sunfish here. Jesus, better watch out. That son bitch gets drunk. He starts throwing down. Don't serve it. Steve's not getting any tequila. Don't give a damn thing.
Don't give the sunfish tequila, you guys.
Give him a nice rosé. He calms down with that.
What are we doing? It is just so stupid. Oh my God.
Hey, Jim, I found out you're in jail. Why you want to get out? Because it sucks here and I don't want to get raped every day. Well, then there you go.
It's just so dumb. So these people, like the Elizabeth Warrens and all these people on the left, they're so scared of getting their credit cards cut off, you know, because we are their sugar daddies. We're the daddies and they're like these sorority girls on spring break and they just don't want their credit cards cut off. That's it. That's all this is. And they're trying to make up excuses as to why no, this is a terrible idea. And like DOGE is awful and it's mean and it's never going to work. And it's like, shut up. You're scared. You're going to get cut off. That's it. You're scared. I like this old clip of Warren Buffett too. We're going to get to that. But before I do, I got to remind you guys about Birch Gold very quickly. So I know that we have a lot to look forward to in the next 4 years, but we still have some major cleanup to do financially with so much craptacularity of this current administration. There's a lot of craptacularity, you guys. So did you know that in the past 4 years, the buying power of the US dollar has declined? Surprise! But the price of gold has increased 40%. So this is the perfect time to diversify your portfolio if you haven't done that already. And Birch Gold makes it seamless to do that. You can roll over your retirement account and it won't cost you a penny to do it. They do everything for you. Plus, they teach you all about it. And there's no obligation. Birch Gold will just send you all the information. No pressure, no commitment. All you got to do is just text CHICKS to 989898. They send you a free information kit. Plus, right now through Black Friday, they also will send you a free 1 ounce silver eagle for every $5,000 purchased. Text CHICKS to 989898. Get the info, no strings attached, and get that free silver. Do it.
Deficit in 5 minutes.
How?
You just pass a law that says that anytime there's a deficit of more than 3% of GDP, all sitting members of Congress are ineligible for re-election. Yeah. Now you've got the incentives in the right place, right? So it's capable of being done.
Yeah, let's do that. Can we do that?
That'd be absolutely great.
Yeah, it'll never happen.
It'll never happen because even the people on the right, we used to have, somewhere along the line, and I was talking to Tim Burchett, the congressman from Tennessee the other day. I said, somewhere along the line, Tim, we lost the plot when it came to, the Republicans used to be fiscal hawks.
Right.
But now this populism says, screw it, we'll spend it and we'll spend it and we'll spend it and we'll print and we'll print. And I just, you know what? Okay, spending is okay if it's spent right, but it's never spent right.